change every time you save quit, so be aware that if you're doing high rounds, for example, your perk spots might actually switch. To show you some of these perk locations now, you've got one in the cul-de-sac on the end of the bus here, one in the greenhouse, and then another in the greenhouse garden, and then one in the yellow house, and another in the yellow house garden. The machines all have counterparts in the past. They may vary slightly, but Hi guys, Mr. Waffles here. This is your no-nonsense guide to the Paradox Junction Easter egg. For loadout recommendations on this one, I think the Nova line is a great pick. It's just such a good all-round weapon, but you are absolutely welcome to use whatever AR you might please also. And then for equipment, I think that it's a great idea to bring in either a Tomahawk or maybe a Semtex or a cluster grenade, and decoys are probably your best bet for tactical. And for gobblegums, I always recommend shields up, and aftertaste is great too, and the orders, a number of those compared to some of the more pay-to-win ones. The Easter egg can be done solo or co-op, and a lot of the steps in this Easter egg can be done in different orders. I'm going to explain these in the order that is going to be the easiest to get the point across for the guide, but there are certain ways that you could be slightly more optimal if you wanted. I just want to make sure that as few people get confused as possible, so I'm going to explain it in the following order. Also, throughout the Easter egg, every time you get to a dog round, it's going to change your location, and you need to make sure that whenever I'm doing a step and I'm explaining something, you are copying the location that I am in. And I don't just mean the room I'm in, I mean the version of Nuketown I'm in. There's going to be two versions, Destroyed and The Past. I'll explain that as we go through the video, but just make sure that you are always copying the version of Nuketown that I'm showing you. Also, if you get stuck at any time, please read the description of the video, and that will explain any issues you're having and solve your problems. So let's load in now. You're going to start in Destroyed Nuketown, and throughout this video, I'm going to call this Destroyed, and that will make sense in a moment. So, in Destroyed Nuketown, you're going to open up some doors and head into the yellow house to pick up these vials on the desk just here. Then go into the opposite building, which is the green building, and you'll find a kitchen faucet down there, which you can hold interact on, and it will fill the sink with acid, and you can fill the vial with acid. You're also going to want to go behind the yellow house, and you'll see that there's a dude here that's been stabbed with a golf club, and you're going to hold interact on him, and you'll grab some keys. Then you can keep killing zombies until you get to your first dog round, around round 5 or 6, and then once you beat that dog round, the map is going to transform, and you will teleport into a different version of Nuketown. It should now be clear why I'm calling one version of it Destroyed, because this version of Nuketown is not destroyed. And so for this one, I'm going to always refer to it as The Past, because it's before the nuke drops, and so it's not destroyed yet. So you're in the past now. You can bring those keys that you picked up over to this truck here, hold interact, the truck will roll out of the way, and you can then finish the pack-a-punch sequence by shooting the little yellow blob next to blob available. This, as long as you've also opened the Trinity Avenue area of the map is opened up, and so as long as you've also opened all the doors around the yellow and green houses in the spawn area, that's the whole map. You've got the entire play space available to you now. So while you're in the past here, you can get sealant from upstairs in the yellow house. You're going to find it on these shelves. You can also go over to the swing set in the back of the yellow house and melee that to destroy the swing set and pick up the swing seat once it drops onto the floor. Once that's done, you're going to go over to this portal here and spend points to teleport yourself back to Destroyed. Now you'll probably notice here, I'm telling you to go back and forth a lot between Destroyed and the past, but sometimes sometimes the portal will not be available. And if it says that it's regenerating, it just means that you need to go to the next round, and then you'll get more teleportations that you'll be able to use. Now also, sometimes certain steps won't work on dog rounds. So if you're on a dog round, you might need to flip to the next round, and then you'll be able to proceed with the steps. In Destroyed, there are going to be several things we are now going to do. Number one, around the map, there are lots of mannequins. These are both in the greenhouse area, the yellow house area, and in the spawn, and in Trinity Avenue as well. And one of those mannequins, when you go over to it in Destroyed, will be making a ringing sound. You need to remember for later which of the mannequins is making that sound. It should sound like this. And we'll use that information in a couple of minutes. You're also going to want to move around Destroyed and find a ringing mark on a wall. There are various spawns for these, just like there are various spawns for the mannequins, and again, the ringing sound should sound like this. And you want to find your ringing wall in your game and memorize its location for later. The spawns for those are the top of the stairs in the greenhouse on the right-hand side, the garage in the yellow house, and on the right-hand side, if you're walking into Trinity Avenue, you'll find it down that little kind of corridor, pathway, driveway thing. So listen out for which one is ringing and then memorize that for later. Also, while you're in Destroyed, you need to look out for these yellow cysts, and one of these cysts will be ringing just like the ringing we heard on the mannequin and the wall goop. So walk around the map until you find that yellow ringing cyst, and then start killing zombies by it, and once the cyst is full of souls, it will drop a part for you, which is a barrel for the wonder weapon. Now, if you don't get the part here, it just means that you did the wrong cyst, and these cysts give you loot anyway, so it's still a good idea to fill all the cysts on the map with souls as you play, and then you'll get loot and rewards alongside getting your wonder weapon part. But the one with the sound is the one that you need to find. The next thing you can do is look for an RC car controller, which will teleport you into an RC car kind of mini game, which is going to open up a new room for us. Also, if your RC car controller isn't working, you need to open all the doors on the map in both Destroyed and in the past, and then it should start working for you once you go to the next round. I've also heard that the RC remote doesn't spawn until round 8, so if you can't find it before then maybe get to round 8 and then take another look. You can find this RC controller in one of the following locations. You can find it just here, next to the Pack-a-Punch on the right-hand side behind these crates. Another is in the yellow garage on this broken shelf just here. And another is in the garden of the greenhouse right in the back on this little pile of soil. Again, if you can't find it, check the description. That goes for the entire rest of the guide. When you do find it though, hold square or interact on it and it will teleport you into the minigame. For this, you need to follow the path that I am driving here. It is a bit fiddly, admittedly, but if you fail, you just need to find another RC car controller in the next round. But assuming you've got mad driving skills, you'll go up this box and across, then you'll go up this other ramp, and you need to jump over here, then go in the hole, and then blow up the RC car just next to this barrel in this garage, and it will blow the door open for you, and you'll be teleported back out of the RC car. Now, one tip for this to make it easier is don't worry about boosting. The only thing you really want to worry about is having a little bit of momentum before you hit that jump, and then make sure you jump early enough so that you actually do spring off the platform instead of just falling before you can actually get in there. But assuming you've blown up the garage now, it will be opened up and you'll be able to run inside. In there, you'll see a sort of stone-looking zombie, and this will fade away after a few seconds, and there'll be some chalk on the ground which you can pick up. With this, you're gonna go back to the swing set, and this still needs to be in Destroyed, and you're gonna hold interact on the swing set seat area, which is missing, and you'll replace the seat, and you'll then hold square again, and you'll place the chalk you just picked up on top of it. You'll then see the girls spawn in, and you can then proceed with the Easter egg. Once the girls are done talking, my strong recommendation is you immediately go to the back of Greenhouse. And the reason for this is there's a piano teacher zombie that is going to be able to spawn in from this point onwards. And if you lose track of this zombie, some people really struggle to get her to spawn back in. So we're just going to try to solve that problem immediately by getting this step done right away. So the way that we do it is we hang around in the backyard of the greenhouse, for about 2 whole minutes. You've got to do a little bit of waiting here, and while you're waiting, I want you to make sure that you're checking the back left arch area, which has the sort of little flower bed thing in it, because she may spawn back there and just stand there until you go and interact with her, or she may stumble out into the main backyard. So wait fairly patiently for her over the course of a minute or two, and once she's spawned in, that's great news, and you can proceed with the next step. But the question...
Alright. I don't really care about your steps, dude. I don't even want to play this stupid shit. This guy see the Nova lines, the fucking method. Swordfish.
Everything financially was supposed to come my way. I'm sorry. I know. I can't take it back. I'm sorry. There's nothing else. Please. I heard everybody. It's going to be tough on everybody. I knew it was going to be caught. That's why I didn't do nothing. I wasn't going to try to hide it. But I just wasn't surprised. I knew it was coming.
Look around, folks. You're about to learn the very worst way to do time. I'll let your lady friend know just how thoroughly fucked you are. Fucking kidding me.
Night round those around.
I do this shit for the love of the game.
That means you might be okay by us.
Again, all of this, Brian is trying to explain away with rage the statement he makes 20 times during the interrogation. Yet in trial, Brian tried to use a totally different explanation for his actions. Any guesses? It's a classic one.
Oh shit. Damn.
Well, I guess basic training ain't what it used to be. You coming? Well, now that is a very small drop. Very, very hard from the good. Damn, y'all ain't got me working up an appetite. Hardstuck pig. Ask you where it's off to.
Getting screwed over by the guy.
I still think you can count.
Upon himself,
No matter what she says.
involving violence.
There when you were just you wait.
My family wasn't money. It was like having my business after his repeated bad choices.
What? Outside? Yeah.
I didn't believe in it. I've just never been so. Nobody's ever been so and then I just snapped.
What was it, him turning his back on you?
Yeah, well, he's just like, told me it was no big deal. Like, well, I'll do it. I got, he's got 49 cars, but they all gotta be fixed. He can't fix them, so it's just money just sitting there. It was fine, but then his parents passed away. He inherited a bunch of money. The demons blew it all on all his cars. They're just been sitting there for the last 6-7 years. And then I'm like, what are we supposed to do? You can't fix them. There's no place to go. He just told me that
What?
Do the shit to love the game.
pull my gun on anybody or
You fucking kidding me?
Well, I guess basic training ain't what it used to be.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Fuck!
Fucking hit marker? No, you motherfucker! Wow.
Swipe off to take care of the mess he's
But I don't got nobody watching me. I don't got nobody watching me. Oops, I don't want to. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, mate. Fucking mate. I don't even care about this stupid event. That's why I haven't played in 23, dude. Yeah, okay. Like I'm gonna fucking play another. Like I'm gonna play another 3 hours to get top 5, bro. Nope. For this camo. For that. For this. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it, man. I don't even know what the fuck that is either. So let me change the name of the stream back to some bullshit.
Money says I have been cars on the left there, and then the truck, the burgundy truck, and then he just tell me you don't have the money.
At what point did you
Hardstuck Plat rank. Let's go back to that.
Lied to my face and cheated out of my money. Like I've been doing cars for 15 years.
Is there a way to...
This is, it seems like I always end up with a shorter than stick-on.
So you and him have been working together or knowing each other for a long time?
Yeah, 15 years.
Bowser Source Future, Pacing Your Life, Analytics
I'm out there
UI.
expecting to get my money.
live analytics URL. Live analytics URL. Live analytics URL. Live analytics URL.
Did he usually carry money with him?
He deals a lot with cash. That's all he wants is cash. He hides a lot of the business cash.
Live.
Business is not even his. I mean,
Well, I talked to a couple people and they said he usually carries a money clip full of money.
well, yeah. Usually, I always see it in a bank bag.
And other people said it's usually in a red bank bag. We never found a red bank bag.
Neither did I.
No, it wasn't in the truck. You can have it.
He didn't have it. He told me he had to deposit $30,000 Thursday, which I don't check his records. But he said that you didn't have enough money to pay
Analytics. See live count. What the fuck is that?
And so he used that money for that. And, I mean, if you would have just told me that to begin with, I wouldn't even come over there.
Did you go back by the shop in the past few days? I'm assuming you knew as soon as.
I knew it was after I left it. I mean, as soon as it happened.
So what the fuck is this? I gotta take this whole thing in?
I was just so angry.
Well, I hate it. You know, I mean,
I hate it. Believe me, it hurts me a lot more than that. I mean, I ruined everything my whole life over just some anger. And it wasn't worth it, I know. But I just hate being taken advantage of. And we're supposed to be like close friends. I mean, if you just told me to get out of money Thursday, I wouldn't.
Get URL, blah blah blah, add source, browser source, okay. Add the browser.
Finally, detectives are ready to take Brian to his new home.
YouTube.
Alright, so go ahead and stand up for me, okay? Turn around for me.
What the fuck did it say?
Place your hand by your back.
1920 1080.
Brian's trial was not an easy one for his family, Mike's, or prosecutors. As we stated earlier, Brian initially tried to have his confession thrown up because he claimed he was under the influence of medication. The judge refused.
Bro, that is not my motherfucking. Yeah.
Then Brian needed a new tactic. He shifted his defense to, you guessed it, self-defense. He claimed that he feared Mike was rushing to get a gun when he
Oh, you gotta log in. Why does it have to be there, dude?
In response, the prosecution asked, what part of the back of the head of Mr. Evers were you scared of? Ultimately, Brian was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.
I don't know my fucking password, bro.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile.
This is my favorite way to do it. Check your phone and make sure you got the bone. I'm home alone and make sure you got the bone. I'm home alone and make sure you got the bone. You got the bone when you're home alone. You got the bone when you're home alone. You got the bone. What the fuck is this?
Stuff that I don't want my kids seeing online.
Secret.
No, get out.
Secret.
You're already signed in on it. Yeah, I know I'm already fucking signed in on this device.
Bro, the level just started and we're already getting overrun. I gotta take these guys out and build this crossbow tower as fast as possible.
What is she talking about?
Ooh, that was close, but that should take care of things. Wait, never mind, more guys. I should have saw that coming. Anyway, we can't handle this without a second crossbow tower and maybe a wall to block the enemy's path too. That should hold us. Wait, now we have these big beefers coming? When does it end? This is King Shot, a tower defense and base building strategy game that just came out recently and is already top 5 in strategy games with over 1 million downloads.
Okay.
King Shot combines strategy,
Okay,
exploration,
no more.
resource management, PvP and PvE battles, plus a whole lot more. I suggest you give it a try, if you think you have a shot at becoming a king, that is.
She's in the medical examiner's office.
Yeah, you just completed last night's homework. That's why I have a fucking picture of it that I did
This
it.
is Warren Brown,
Okay.
currently breaking down after realizing cops have
Okay.
found his dead lover. But what you see is just an act.
She's not like I'm not even anymore.
One so terrible that even detectives can't stand it.
Dude, she
It's funny. 'Cause I did all the homework.
You're not crying.
And as they dig deeper into the murder of Sophie Solis, they will discover a number of disturbing secrets